Aflat în parcul central, restaurantul The Park duce satisfacția pe culmile extazului, fie că vreți să vă începeți ziua cu un super breakfast de tip bufet suedez sau să vă răsfățați iubita sau iubitul la o cină romantică, restaurantul The Park pune pe masă preparate delicioase.
Ne aflăm în incinta restaurantului The Park, aflat în cadrul hotelului Radisson Blu. Astăzi vom afla mai multe despre bucătăria internațională, mai ales cea mediteraneană, de la șeful nostru William Cannon. William, it's so glad to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
No problem. So, William, told us about your past in the kitchen.
Well, I'm American, and I've come from a line of actually working for very large sporting events and big events all over the country in America. I've also cooked at the Beijing Olympics in 2008 for the U.S. Olympic team.
It's very nice to hear. But you said something about sport. You come from sports activity?
Which is kind of convenient that we're at Hotel Sport, or the old Hotel Sport. So my background is actually, I've opened several stadiums across America, the Soldier Field in Chicago, also New York Yankees, and the New York Giants and Jets. So I was the executive suite chef for the Yankees and for the Steinbrenners. We had 67 suites that we treated as individual dining experiences for each area, and all the high-end clientele that frequented the Yankees establishment.
So when you came here, did you expect something, or it was just out of the blue?
Well, my wife is Romanian, and I've always had a romantic thought about Europe, and Romania just seemed to be the best choice in that matter if we wanted to move to Europe. And from my first visit in 2011, I thought of Cluj as potential. That's the word that popped in my head when I saw Cluj for the first time, is that it's a beautiful country with beautiful people, and no one knows about it. At least back then, people didn't know. I think it's coming around now.
So when you joined the Radisson Blu Hotel?
I've been from the inception of the construction, so the kitchens, the menu design, the plates, from the very beginning, Baza. I can still remember that this room was just cement only a year ago. So it's been about 2 years in total.
And can you tell me about your crew? How do you pick them?
What I'm looking for in a staff is character, care, and potential to grow. Skill is something that can be taught, but somebody caring about the food they're making, that comes from inside. So if I see that spark in someone, that I know that they're willing to do more, they're willing to do better, then I know there's something there to grow.
So now, can you tell me more about your dishes, especially those who are in front of us?
Absolutely. As you said, this is an international restaurant with a main focus on Mediterranean, but we don't like to limit ourselves. We also do many banquet and wedding events here as well. And I come from a background of catering and entertainment, and basically our motto here at Radisson is yes I can. So there's no saying I can't do that, or no, that's not what we do here. So we like to keep ourselves very open to the possibility of new things, new tastes, and people exposing guests to something new. When we do specials, which we have in front of us right now, I like to focus on seasonality. So, for instance, right now it's about -10 grade afară, and we have a nice braised beef cheek here with celery root puree, a reduction of the sauce, braised carrots, and also some grilled red onion. So obviously it's a very beautiful dish, also very hearty, great on a cold winter's day.
And what about the other one?
This one in front is a dessert, trying to simulate the fun we have in the snow. But it's a white chocolate mousse with a ovus croquant, fisales. We have meringue chips with matcha tea powder, and also some portocale and sauce fructe de pădure. Ideea e combinații foarte bun pentru că e cremos și un pic acre cu fructe. E combinații e foarte bun. So I switched there to Romanian, scuza.
What can you tell us about your super breakfast that you're having here?
Yeah, our breakfast is, again, focused on quality. We get some of this is probably objective, but we get American-style bacon, which is absolutely delicious. The things we produce here, we produce in-house. We have biscuits that we make in-house, cookies, cakes. We also do fresh-baked croissants every morning. So everything is fresh. We focus on local produce as well. That's something that I'd like to highlight here as well as in our a la carte restaurant, because again, I don't think that Romanian gets enough credit in these areas. Everybody thinks Italy, everybody thinks French. There are some very good local producers here. We get our salam made from a gentleman in Gela, Cassini, and we also get cheese from Sat Ghergen. So I really like to try and incorporate local producers in that as well. When summer comes, I have several farms lined up to get berries picked that morning, to get all the fresh produce. I'm really looking forward to that time of the year, and so that's what we're leaning toward: seasonality and supporting local business.
Are you the one who is managing everything, or you have someone else like a helper? Or
I oversee everything, but obviously there's a lot to do, and nobody is all on their own in that regard. I have several chefs that work in different locations in the hotel. If you've met Chef Alex, we also have another Chef Alex, and Radu and Dennis, who are all part of the chef team here, and we work as a unit. So because it's a 24/7 operation, we have room service. We open breakfast. We have people in here at 5 a.m. and they don't leave until 11. So we can't possibly be here all at once. So whoever's on the floor at that time has to assume that role.
do you have a special dish that you actually really like to make? I understand that you have like special dishes like this ones, but like a very special dish that you make on certain occasions.
Well, maybe it's not necessarily special in that I only make it a couple times, but the bolognese that we do, I just enjoy making sauce that cooks for hours in the kitchen. It just fills the room with that smell, and I get a kick out of it when you make things that take a long time, but they're worth it in the end. We make very good steaks and very good fish. These items are great. You put them on the grill, you don't do a lot to them, but I really enjoy the transformation process. For example, with the beef cheek. If you were to just throw this on the grill and put it on a plate, it would be nowhere near as what it is on this plate after 4.5 hours in the oven, and then cooled in its own juice, and then rewarmed and added to a sauce that we spiked with a little bit of anisson. So I like that building of flavors. I think it shows the capabilities of a chef. Grilling a steak can be taught, but cooking and braising and creating something new, that's what makes a chef.
How was your collaboration with the Radisson Blu management team?
Very good. Like I said, they really trusted me, and I appreciate that at the beginning. A lot of my experience comes from opening new kitchens, And so all these years I've been opening new kitchens, but I never actually designed one myself. So all of my experience came from, well, why did they do that? Why is that there? Why is that there? And after having opened this, I am humbled to say I now see why that certain things are the way they are in kitchens, because there are sources outside of our control that make things different than you expected. But it was a great challenge. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of hours, but in the end, I believe it was worth it, because you see the building before you, and to be here before this existed and now to see it afterward, it's almost like a dream that you woke up from, because you don't even remember, like I said, when these walls were all just cement, when that kitchen did not exist, there wasn't a fork or a knife in the room to be found. To see where it is now, it's pretty remarkable.
Did you have a part in designing the interior of this restaurant?
Most of mine came from the back of the house area, so there was some discussion, mostly about spacing and how many people we can put in a room. The decor, I leave that to the ladies in the office, as far as where the plant goes and what type of plant. But the silverware I chose, the plates, the glassware was a collaboration with several people. But there was a lot of discussions, and I think we came out with a pretty good product.
William, thank you very much for your time, and I hope this goes beyond the limit. So, congratulations.
Mulțumesc foarte mult. Merci.